and compare our industry as it is today with the past, what do you see as the biggest difference in comparison? What, according to your opinion, what has changed since then?
So I dance salsa for more than 19 years. What changed since then? Definitely the environment grew very, very much. Now it's the salsa environment, it's worldwide, it's almost in every continent, and that's super plus. That's something which I really enjoy watching and experiencing. What changed also is that salsa became, in my opinion, more open to different fusion. It got some influences from other styles as well, and from other different kind of music. So it got much more open. So we got, the bottom line, we got much more opportunities to choose what we really like to combine, what we really like to do, and how we like to dance and interpret the music. Well, together with growing, I think what happened is also that now environment is a little bit more competitive, which has advantages and disadvantages, of course, because together with the competition, usually the quality also grow in case of technical aspect of dancing and also music. The disadvantage is that sometimes it brings too much pressure on everybody, not only those who are taking part in these competitions, but also everybody around. So, so here I would search more for a balance. But the bottom line, I think the growth brings us more opportunities and more development also in case of technical aspects. I don't think so we really have lost anything, because that's what I said. I see it as like growing range of opportunities. So now people have more options and they can choose whatever they like. Together with growing, one thing we lost, it's the feeling of uniqueness, I would say, which I had very, very much back in the days, just because hardly anyone from my friends actually knew what salsa is. They completely had no clue. Now, of course, most of the people, they can kind of put in a picture, so this is this kind of dance with this colorful dresses, and like, or they have different pictures and flowers in the hat, maybe. But yes, there is some recognition, yeah. So again, we have a disadvantage and advantages of those. But yeah, I remember back in the days, it was just that when you said to anyone you were dancing salsa, it was almost always like mystery behind that, and people were curious, but it was very, very, very unique. Yeah.
How about the fun factor? Do you still think that we still have the same amount of fun as we had 15 years ago? Or 10 years ago?
Yes, we can have, and we do have. That's what I said. If you have a wide range of options, if you try to go for all these options, you might get a little bit lost and confused. But if you know what really brings you the biggest joy out in this environment, then it's easy to choose. Am I here in this environment for a social aspect, to talk to people, to party with people, to meet new people? Then I can do it. Am I here because I'm enjoying this music so much? Yes, I can then do it, because I can go to the party and listen to the music. I can choose the events with the live music, which is just awesome. And am I here in this environment because my main passion is dancing? Then yes, I can do it. I go for all the workshops, I develop, I learn, and I use what I can then out in the dance floor. So I think the wide range of options simply give us the possibility to have fun the way I really want to do it.
So, regarding the site on salsa festivals 8 years ago when I started to dance and traveling for this event, and nowadays I think this I can't compare exactly it was better before or it's bad today. I think I have different sides, because when you start to dance, you are impressed by everything, so you enjoy a lot, you enjoy the scene, you enjoy the social dancer, the artist, and when you are used to it, you keep less attention and you have another interest when you travel. Especially first, I was traveling for music. I still traveling for music, to hear good DJs. I was dancing a lot before. I'm dancing less now. But what I enjoy today is to meet people, to talk to people. I have the pleasure to make a new relation with other people. It's to talk about everything, salsa or other stuff. So it's not better today, it's not bad, it's different.
Looking back over the past 17 years that I've been teaching and traveling, and the differences between congresses now and congresses then, I think back in the days we had a lot of fun, a lot more fun than people are having now. I mean, yes, people are enjoying themselves these days, but if we have to compare the levels, it's million to one kind of thing. Because why? We appreciated what we had back in the days. Congresses were very hard to get by, and when we all went to a congress, we all wanted to dance as much as we could till very stupid hours, not sleep, go to workshops. That's another thing that people have lost. I mean, we all used to take workshops a lot, even during the days, you know, we used to take classes, and people have lost that part. And also, I believe that's because the media world, you know, YouTube, Facebook and stuff, so people assume that they can learn salsa from social media. Taking class, there's nothing better than that. So that created a lot of unity between people during the day, and that came out with us at night. So the fun factor was a lot there. So people have lost a lot of fun. And I also believe the music that the DJs play now is disconnecting the dancers. It's become more like exercise music than music that connects people. And therefore, you're finding people actually going away to kizomba or bachata because salsa has become too difficult or intimidating and stuff like that. We didn't care about stuff like that. We just danced, you know. And so for me, the biggest difference between back then and now is that the fun has disappeared from the social factor of salsa dancing.
Things have changed so much in the salsa scene. Back in the days when we used to go out to the congresses, we were just going crazy. We were having a lot of fun. There used to be only one room, and in that room you would hear everything. I haven't heard a merengue in a congress for the longest time. Even though I'm not even the biggest fan of it, it was still something that we used to do. And yeah, I don't like all this split up thing. You know, I want everybody to just be able to dance everything and enjoy everything. There's no one dance better than the other. Learn everything. Be a master on one, on two, mambo, Cuban, everything.
So the biggest thing I think is maybe the size of everything. Everything is much bigger now. It's grown. It's more events, more instructors, more dancers, it's more of everything, really. Which is a good thing. It's a great thing. It's sort of, there's more people to dance with. But it also comes with challenges, you know. Maybe before it was more intimate, you get closer, you go closer to people, you get to know more people, you get closer to the instructors, to the artists, to everyone. Other things, also, yeah, back in the days, people would film more. You would see people with camcorders in the parties, filming almost all the night, which was kind of strange. I even filmed once, so I have that video. It's not very interesting, but so that's now it's like only for certain. There's a crowd where you film. Back in the day, then people would be filming around. But now again, we have the photographers. So you have professional photographers going around taking everybody's pictures. What else?
So if you compare, what you miss? What do you think? What probably we lost?
We lost. not so sure we lost so much.
Better.
I think we've just gained a lot, but not everything we've gained is good. You know, we gained some new things that's maybe not so good as well, but I'm not sure we lost so much, from my opinion, from my experience.
Well, the scene is quite different. Like Paula said, now it's more people. So on one hand, it's very good that you have more people dancing, you have more people attending to the lessons, more people attending to events. But on the other hand, you have also more events, and you have more ways to the people spread. So I think what is lost since back on the days is that thing of community, that you know that in that event you will find all the time that kind of people. So maybe because of that, the sense of party was more there. So I remember that I think I saw before more happiness in the parties than nowadays. Nowadays I think people go more to practice the steps and lost a little bit that feeling of having fun. This works like a cycle. I think now it's doing the turn over again, and people realize that, mainly the ones that are in this business for more time, they are remembering what they had fun back on the days, and they are trying to switch people mentality and to direct people that are entering now to that flavor, to that feeling, to that having fun. Because that, and like 2-3 years ago, I think it was something that was lost. You didn't see so much the artists in the parties, the hanging out with the people, because the thing developed so much, the technique developed so much, the shows are incredible nowadays, but before you see a lot of shows in the dance floor because of that situation of people having fun, just for relax, without the idea of working. But now I think it's coming back again, and we are getting getting out together that feeling of happiness and party of back in the days, and all the technique and evolution that we have today associated to the development of the events, of course, because the events concerning organization, they grow a lot, and you can see really well organized events, thing that back on the days it was not so seen. So evolution is that you need to have like the Libra, and to understand and to try to keep balance with the good things that's coming out and the good things that you lost, but they are adapted to another good things. So I think we are in a good way, and I hope that it keep like that.
I agree. Like 5 or 6 years ago, when I first started to go to the salsa events, I think I see more artists on the dance floor in the parties. But nowadays, I see less. I think I can say I can see less artists, or I see them just half an hour in the party, or they dance, but they do it just like they have to do it. I see that they are not enjoying it. But the most important part of salsa is social dancing, not just the shows. So the most different that I notice is the artists are not dancing that much. I wish I can dance more with the artists and the social dancers all together in the same equal level, not one time with artists and the rest with the other people. So I wish the artists will stay in the parties and dance and have fun actually with it. The most important thing is this.
So the first point regarding the social dancing that I would like to touch is the fact that back in the days, I felt like people were still trying to figure out this world of dancing, and nowadays the level has got really high, so that is a great advantage for social dancers and performers, and of course everybody in the community. So that is a really big plus, in my opinion.
I think the difference between before and now, I think when something is new, the magic, there's no magic at this moment like before. I think there's magic for some of the new dancers in a different way, but because it was at the right moment, there was no thinking about money, everything was pure, just to experiment something. Now some people, they want to become famous because of their traveling. At that time, we didn't think anything like that. So I think the magic has been different. Not that it's lost. Now there's more people dancing than before, for sure. More countries, more people involved into dancing, different styles to the people now, they're dancing a lot better technically and everything than before. But I think it got saturated with too many congresses. Now it's becoming so much that now for the people it's becoming, now a lot of the people, they don't want to take the food pass or anything like that. I think most of them, they just want to dance. And that affects too. It's nice, but at the same time affects the events. And I think soon it's going to get so saturated that a lot of events, they're going to start disappearing. The people there, they're not going to go. They're just going to go to a few. And I think we need to keep that type of energy and magic as before. Concentrating more on having fun than anything else. You know what I mean? I think it's more about having fun. And I still tell the people, like yesterday, just have fun. Don't ever forget that. The day that you don't have fun, then don't go anywhere. What for? You know, you enjoy yourself. But in 1990s, compared to now, is the quantity of people now, there's more. Quantity of workshops, of events. But I think the magic of being creative, being explosive, being different, has been disappearing a lot.
For 15 years ago, the salsa was, for me, an incredible experience. When I went to Puerto Rico, I was dancing all night. I was always with the big bands playing for us and dancing, and everything was new. Now all the dancers have moved to Europe, and it's here, and I really miss to go to Puerto Rico and dance salsa.
The difference in the old time, I remember, and this is very important to me, people lost the fun. That's where it's gone. Back in the old days, it was insane. People just went out partying, they didn't care the style of the floor, how springy it was. And I know for a fact that the music from the DJs was nowhere near the knowledge of it is today. People just wanted to party. The level of dancing was terrible, the floor, the venue was terrible, the music was terrible, but it was just so much fun. Now, I believe, you know, in a way we gained something, we lost something. We lost the excitement for just, let's party. People are fussy. The floor is this, the music is this, it's too cold, it's too hot, it's too something. And when the salsa is available. On the plus side, we gain the experience and the training, and the level of dancing overall in the world has gone up. So there's more stuff to do. There's Kizomba's been introduced, Bachata's been introduced, which has always been there, but now it's more in the scene. And the salsa has developed into so many different styles and so many different directions, and it fused, so it progressed forward. So that's a positive. But because of this, people are now more fussy. So the freedom, I feel, is gone.
Yeah, you know, I've been in the salsa scene now for around 20 years, I think, and it's it used to be really like everybody was dancing with each other, and there was most of the parties were in one room. We were dancing bachata, salsa, even merengue. Everybody was dancing with each other, and it was really nice. And nowadays you have this like there are separate rooms, and well, I can imagine because there are a lot of people. There are more like 2,000 people coming to a festival. Let's say in the Berlin Festival, there are more than 2,000 people. And I can imagine that you have more than one room. But still I miss the flavor that we had back in the days. So I hope in the future that people will start dancing more to other music than only typical mambo and typical kizomba, typical bachata. Mix a little with each other, and yeah, I think that will be something that we can look forward to.
I've been dancing salsa for almost 18 years, and I've seen a lot of things. I've been around, and I can see that the main difference between that old time and today is this, the difference between social dancing, because at that time I had a feeling that we enjoyed much more social dancing. We were much more free, enthusiastic. Today it's like people don't express themselves that easily as they used to do at that time.
Okay, for me the thing that I missed now in the salsa is to being able to be with everybody in one room, sharing every kind of music and dancing with everybody. I think that most we went in the years, most we start to separate every kind of style, every kind of party, and it's making the party a bit more obvious now. It's like, okay, you're going to the party and you almost know what will happen. But before, when we had a lot of kind of music, we could meet people from other style and met people from other place. And it was, for me, a best experience of better than what's happening now when everybody is like going their way and trying to be a specialist on this style. For me, salsa is a sauce, so it's a mix of a lot of ingredients. So for me, every music, every Caribbean music, every Afro music, every jazz, New York music, American music, every music in the world could be part of salsa. So for me, a salsa party is a salsa when you can hear a lot of kind of music. So this is what I miss.
Well, in all these years I've been dancing, I think there's a lot of good things and bad things. The good things, I love to see salsa the way it has taken off. You know, congresses everywhere, all around the world. You can dance in China, in Africa, South America, Latin America, Europe, everywhere. I think the highest level right now of dancing is in Milano, in Italy in general. I think it's the highest level of dancing, and I think you can see it in most of the congresses. The main artists always from Italy. What I miss from the old days is that people used to care a lot more about studying and about a highest level, a technique level. I think was higher. And also what I miss is that even that back in the day we had a difference between styles. At the end, salsa was just one thing. For me, the ideal thing would be to have a huge room and dancing mambo, salsa, timba, kizomba, bachata, cha-cha, everything together. And now, you know, like it's like, oh no, they dance on one, oh no, they dance on two, no, Cuban, no, so it's like, you know, I love mambo music. I love, let's say, Tito Puente, Tito Rodriguez, Machito, but, you know, all night being like that, you don't have enough fun, like if you have everything, because at the end we're all the same. You know, it's just one music, and that's the main thing that's missing. Also, the great thing about these days is that there's a lot of people that is able to live out of dancing. There's a lot of artists that are able to live out of dancing. Back in the day, probably they would get a pizza and a Coke for a show. Now, you know, they can make a life, you know, out of dancing. The bad thing, like everything, when it gets very popular and everything becomes business. So when it becomes business, you start sacrificing a lot of maybe the quality, the base, and you know, there's instructors everywhere, instructors that maybe, I'm not the one to say it, but maybe that they shouldn't be instructors, or performers that they shouldn't be performers, and I think we lost a little bit of respect for the artists, that they really do this as a way of life, as a passion, because for a lot of us it's not just a hobby, it's a way of living. It's like saying I'm vegan, I'm vegetarian, I don't know, it's ideal, it's something like that. It's for some of us it's a passion, it's a way of living, it's not just a job. So I think in these days we lost a lot of respect for our culture, because everybody loves salsa, but if you ask a name of a singer, a name of a band, you know, people don't even care. I don't care, you know, it's music. You know, if I can find a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, it's fine, I can just dance. So I think it would be awesome to, in the way that we are right now, that salsa is so big, to start maybe implementing some culture workshops, you know, talking a little bit about the past, because and I'm trying to be more professional, because I think that's the difference why mambo or salsa are not Dancing with the Stars or the mainstream movies the way they should be, because, you know, when they tell us, you know, we start shows at 10 and you have to be down there by 9, and then the shows start at 11:30, you know, maybe there's a promoter there from a movie, you know, they won't take salsa serious. So when you go out on stage and you don't respect the stage, and you go out with sweatpants, maybe with you know, blue jeans, or a t-shirt that you bought from H&M, and you know, just put rhinestones on top, and you know, like, you don't respect your work like that, you don't respect your stage, you don't respect what we do. So I think the only people that can change this is promoters, instructors, and DJs. We need to work together to be able to finally, after all this time, take mambo or salsa in general, now it's called salsa, to a different level. I think we earn it, and I think we should be there. So that should be our focus now. Salsa is popular, everybody knows what is salsa, everybody knows what is mambo, it's all over the world. Probably is one of the social dancers that they dance the most all over the world, so it's now time to take it to a different level. Mambo and salsa had something so particular that no other dance has. That is, the age don't matter. So you can dance when you're 60, when you're 70, when you're 80, when you're 10 or when you're 5, you can dance, and that's something that you cannot do in the other forms of dance. So let's take advantage of this, and let's finally take salsa to a different level.
For me, what I think is changed a lot along these 15 years is the connection between people according to the salsa or kizomba or merengue or whatever songs. I think people now, they are still dancing good, because back in the days they were awesome dancers, without a question. But I think people enjoy more without caring about what rhythm they are dancing, in what beat they are dancing, if they dance on 1 or 2 or whatever. They were concerned more in having fun than following fashion. So for me, in this moment, I think people are too concerned about wanna be someone than having fun. So that's my along these years, that's what I think. According to the events, I think now the organizers, or some organizers, don't respect each other in the way of try to place the events in dates. They can respect the promotion of the other one. What I mean with this is, sometimes in the same country you have three events in the same date. I think this is bad for everybody. It's bad for the artist. It's bad for the people, because they have to divide themselves. And it's bad for sure for the promoter and for the country. For the community. So I think if we want to stay here for a long or more time, I think we have to start to respect each other and look to this as an industry, as a business too, in the way like a normal business. So I have to look at this in professionalization and be professional what I'm doing, and with the promotion, with the approach to the market. So I think, especially in this case, the promoters have to think about the customers in a way that, okay, I will realize this event here, and the other ones maybe or should respect me in this way, if I'm talking about on the same country. So I think back in the days it will be much better, because, well, it was less congresses. I can understand that. Now we have a lot of congresses, but still I think we have space to everybody.
I think that there's something better and something worse than before. Because if I think about the level goes up, really. There's a lot of good master. If I think about more than 10 years ago, there's not this quantity of master. And the good master, good dancer, the level of the social dancer is go up and up. And if I think what is lost, I think that more years ago, a lot of years ago, the people maybe think more to enjoy than the technique, than the show. The show every time is a competition. Also during the social is look like a competition, a défilé. I'm Italian. I know very good that we are good dressed, and maybe people think about, oh, okay, you have a dress, so show me your step. No, it's all about competition. 10 years ago, or more, 15 years ago, people asked to the other, you dance salsa, bachata, or merengue? Now the dancer go to the lady and you dance salsa porto on 1, on 2, Los Angeles or New York or what? So dance showed up. You know why you start to dance? for first for socialize, for know people, for meet people, so for enjoy, and then for this is not only a simple dance or simple music. This is a culture, not for European people like us, but for Latino people it's a culture. So you're gonna respect this, you're gonna study, you're gonna think about that. It's not only, oh, I want to dance so I can meet people and then drink a lot or something like that. No, you're gonna study, you're gonna improve, but it's a culture. It's not about a sport, it's not about just a competition. So I think that for something the salsa goes up, and for something salsa goes wrong. But that's it. It's a story, so we can control.
Well, I started dancing almost 10 years ago, and well, I was within a very local scene. And from there, slowly I moved around the UK, more on an international level. Then from there, I started traveling a little bit abroad and going to a lot of different festivals. Of course, with festivals, you learn a lot more. I've been traveling internationally for the past 4 years, and at one point it was really big. We had a lot of festivals every week, and now it's kind of coming back into just the right amount of size, but the big ones are still going strong. What I think should change, I gotta look in a positive or negative way. What I see it more in a positive light, because starting from a very local scene and moving my way up into more international scene, I've learned a whole lot more. I've met a whole lot of different people, and I think part of the main key of why we all do this, the primary purpose is to dance, and the main key is fun. And I think a lot more people are still having fun, but I think we can work more on having fun rather than taking dance too serious.
So I started dancing 8 years ago, and comparing to that 8 years ago and now, probably I'm missing the most the soul in the festival, because now everybody tried to shine on the dance floor, and basically we are losing this connection with music, dance and partners.
And for me, I'm losing. What's missing is the DJs are not giving us a selection of music. There's a lot of DJs that are really focused on just one code, just mambo, and we're missing a really solid nights of mixed music, romantic, Cuban, mambo, cha-cha, you know, hey, even throwing a merengue, you know, it's all good.
Thank you.